Hello. Today I thought I'd show you some basic ship stats, along with their fighter stats and their troop stats. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. If it's not long enough, I will probably put in the Covenant as well, but I might not. That might be a second video. I would also like to thank the person who subscribed to me. That's really awesome. So, I'm going to start off with the Epoch Heavy Carrier. Its movement range is 6 inches, its damage track is 10.85, the build rating is 5, it has 6 hangars, 3 boarding craft, and 5 security detail. The light mech it has a mech value of 1, it can only fire out of the forward arc, and it has 12 dice to roll for the supported. Unsupported, it is 10 dice, it's basically everything is the same. The missiles are 15, and on the supported, and on the unsupported, the missiles are 12. The loadout for no matter what epoch you have is Carrier Action 3, Hardburn 1, Missile Barrage, Point Defense, and Titanium Armor. Point Defense can be used with your Titanium Armor as long as the first damage track on your epoch has not been taken down when you're being shot at by torpedoes, or if you're fighting another Unsc player. I have no idea why you would, but if they're shooting missiles at you. So, Missile Barrage means that if you're firing out of the forward arc, you have to shoot at the closest enemy ship, or enemy ship element. Carrier Action means that you can respawn 3 fighters, or 3 bombers, per turn at the start of the wing phase. This is to resupply any of your wings as long as there are damaged, as long as there are destroyed wings inside of your scrapyard, you can easily bring them out that way. Hardburn allows you to move a total of 7 inches if you're going straight forward. Now, if we move on to the marathons, by the way, that is the Epoch Heavy Carrier supported, right here. The damage track on the unsupported is 985. For the Unsc, it's generally added to the front when it is supported or not supported. So, this is the supported heavy cruiser. Its movement range is 8, the damage track is 7, 6, 3, the build rating is 3, it has 2 hangars, 2 boarding craft, and 4 security detail. Its primary weapon is a heavy mech with a mech rating of 2. It has 10 dice to roll in the forward arc, and that's the only place you can shoot out of. Its missiles is a total of 8, and it can shoot out of forward, port, or starboard, just like all the other missiles. It also has missile barrage, so you have to shoot the closest one if you're firing out of the forward arc. The hardburn is 2 inches, which means they can move a total of 10 inches. The point defense is 4, the titanium armor is 4. Again, you combine these if you're being shot at by torpedoes, otherwise it is just your titanium armor. Now with the Unsc, their titanium armor goes away as soon as the first damage track has been destroyed. Glass cannons, everybody. But you get a lot of them. The stats are basically the same for the unsupported, except the damage track is 663. The heavy mech only gets 8 dice, and the missile battery is 7. Otherwise, it is the exact same, except for titanium armor. That is a 3. So, this is the supported This is the supported variant right here. This is the unsupported variant right here. Put those over to the side. These are the last 2 ship elements that you have. These are the capital ship elements, and these are the support elements. The first one is the Paris class. Is the assault formation, which is this one right here. Personally, I find this one more useful. It gives you an extra mech for the cost of a missile. The movement range is 10 inches. The damage track is 333. The build rating is 1. The hangars is 0 hangars, 0 boarding craft, but 1 security detail. It has a light mech with a mech rating of 1. It has 4 dice to roll, and the missile batteries have 2 dice to roll. The system loadouts for no matter which element you have are elusive, hardburn, missile barrage, point defense, and titanium armor. Elusive means that if any ship is firing at you, if it does not have elusive, it gets a -1 on the firepower rating. So, otherwise everything's the same. Missile barrage, you know what that means. Hard burn, you get an extra 3 inches if you're going in a straight line without turning. And then we have the trident formation, which the only change in stats, it gets a 4 instead of a 3. And it has 3 for each, instead of 4 for the Mac and 2 for the missiles. That's basically about it for the ships. Now let's go on to the fighters, which are these two. The Saber from Halo Reach and the Broadsword from Halo 4. The Broadsword has a has a flight slot of 1, while the Saber is a flight slot of 2. The movement is 16 inches no matter what, and the damage track is 2 for the Broadsword and 3 for the Saber. The Saber is beefier, but it costs more. Now, it has no system loadouts, and it can only attack wings. The range is contact, so that's 2 inches away from a other wing or away from a ship. The dice that each gets to roll in an attack is 2 for the Broadsword and 3 for the Saber. If you are engaging in a dogfight, no matter what, the fighters will have a firepower rating of 5. The bombers, if you're engaging in a dogfight, will have a firepower rating of 3. That means for this one, for these two, you get to re-roll every single die, as long as you have enough 2s. For this one, no re-rolls if it's a dogfight. So that were the stats for the fighters. Now on to the bomber. This is the Longsword class bomber. Technically, it's also being used as a fighter, but humanity. So, movement range is 16 inches, the damage track is 2, no system loadouts, but 1 flight slot. Versus wings, it gets 1 dice to roll. Versus elements, it gets 2 dice to roll. Now, if you're ever going to attack a ship element, it always gets to use its point defense first, against you, destroying however many ships, and then you get to roll your attack. That's it for the bombers, and now on to the troops for the Unsc. We have the Pelican and a Spartan. Honestly, the Spartan is a Spartan armor from Halo Reach. That looks pretty cool. So, the movement range on both of these are 12. The damage track on the Pelican is 4, and it has 2 security detail. I'll get to that whenever I do a boarding overview. The Unsc Spartan has 6 damage track and 5 security detail. For the Unsc Pelican, we have Heroic Save Trooper, which means you have to roll a 2 to save this from a critical core breach. On the Spartan, the Heroic Save is Spartan, which means anything but a skull will get the Spartan off the ship. I will get to the Assault Specialists in a later video when I do boarding as well. That is it for the Unsc. This video looks like it will be long enough, and I hope you all have a good day. See you some other time.